Let's go. Rangers win, baby, 3-2 over the Arizona Coyotes. A much improved effort from what we've seen, carrying over what we saw from the Dallas game yesterday. Definitely a huge win in Mullet Arena for the Rangers. Also, what an atmosphere it was there with the smaller crowd. I absolutely loved it. The camera angle, not so much, but the crowd itself, the game itself, absolutely loved it. Before we jump into the full reaction video here, be sure to leave a like if you do enjoy this video. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. We cover them all season long here, and turn on your notifications too so you know when I upload a video. But this game was definitely an interesting one, and it took the Rangers a bit to get their legs under them, which we'll start there because this period, or the first period I should say, was very slow. The start of this game was very slow. The Rangers took a while, and it looked like right away it was going to be a long game, and it looked like, oh, they're on a second half of a back-to-back, and it looked like they just had no life in them. But they ended up changing, thankfully. But Igor had to make some big saves early. He was getting tested, and it was infuriating. And it took them until 5 minutes to get their first quality chance, where Kreider ended up getting a chance in front. That was pretty much it. That was the only good shift of the game thus far. But then the Rangers really kept putting the pressure on Trocheck, and the second line ended up getting a great chance. But Connor Ingram was a brick wall, which we'll talk further about tonight. And then you have a penalty called on O'Brien, I think. He's off for cross-checking. And then this power play, unfortunately, not successful. But they actually did have some good looks on the power play, which was definitely a positive side, considering the power play has become a bit more predictable lately for the Rangers, and we wanted to see adjustments. We wanted to see change with this power play, and we're starting to see it. You're seeing guys move around the ice more, whether they're, all over, and you have Mika going into Kreider's spot. You have Kreider going into the bumper, whatever it may be. You have some adjustment and you have some flexibility here. That is something that the Rangers have needed with the power play, so they could be less predictable and so they could throw teams off more. And you saw it tonight, and it ended up leading to a goal later on in this game, which we'll talk about. But they did have a couple of good chances, specifically Mika having a chance on the one-timer, and then Kreider as well getting a chance right in front. And unfortunately, though, the power play did not convert. Schneider then gets a chance off the draw, and nobody was there for the rebound. Schneider looked great tonight, which we'll talk about as well. Trocheck then gets a breakaway. He gets denied, and Hayton hits the crossbar on one. But the first period, very successful in my opinion, and the Rangers ended up just getting goalied in the first period for the most part. Shots were 15-7 in favor of the New York Rangers. Very solid first period, like I mentioned. Connor Ingram, though, just not giving them anything at all, and it was just infuriating. And the second period, if you want to talk infuriating, it was more infuriating, but it didn't start that way, as the second line had a beautiful shift, starting with Keandre Miller winning a board battle and the Rangers supporting each other, getting a good shift going, getting layers, and it ends up leading to a goal as Panarin makes a beautiful cross-crease pass as Lafreniere he sees coming crashing at the net. Lafreniere taps it home, 1-0 game early, and then Panarin takes a penalty. He goes off for hooking not too long after that, unfortunately, and then that ends up leading to a goal as Krause was left wide open in the slot, and he goes glove side on Igor Shesterkin, snipes one past him. We have a 1-1 game, and the Coyotes gained a lot of momentum from this one. The Coyotes end up getting a lot of chances, and it got scary. And then you had Trocheck, though, who was denied on a beautiful feed from Artemi Panarin. Trocheck couldn't buy a goal tonight, which was very infuriating because he had a great game in my mind. But Arizona still had most of the momentum, and it ended up leading to another goal as Nick Bukestad ends up scoring one. And as John Giannone said it, Ryan Lindgren swinging and missing like a New York Yankee, and that ends up resulting in a goal as he snipes one backhanded top cheese. Beautiful goal there by Nick Bukestad, by the way. 2-1 goal, 2-1 game for the Arizona Coyotes at that point. Kreider then tries to set up the backdoor opportunity for Kakko, but Kakko couldn't get a good enough shot off as he tries to shoot it at the goalie's chest. I'm sure that works instead of going low blocker, sure. And then Trocheck got a chance on a 3-on-2 as well. That got stopped, but the Rangers kept putting the pressure on, and they looked a lot better as the period went on, and it ends up leading to a goal as Panarin throws just a muffin on net, and that ends up leading to a goal as well. 2-2 game. Adam Fox with the assist on that goal. And I felt a little bit better. I felt more comfortable. Igor, though, had to make a huge stop on a 3-on-1, which didn't make me feel better. Igor was absolutely unreal tonight. Didn't get tested that much, but when he did, he definitely stood up to the task for the most part tonight. And then Lindgren took a puck to the face at the end of the period. He ended up going to the dressing room. Not surprising that Ryan Lindgren took a puck to the face yet again. But this period was a lot more back and forth, and the shots back it up. 12-10 in favor of the Rangers, as it kind of was momentum-based, where the Rangers scored. They had some of the momentum. The Coyotes ended up getting one on the power play. They got the momentum. Rangers got kind of a lucky break there with that Panarin goal. Third period, probably the most boring period of hockey you'll watch, but I will take it because it was boring because the Rangers actually played some quality defensive hockey, in my opinion here, even though Igor started the period having to make a big save early. Panarin then with a great pass to Lafreniere on a 3-on-2, and Lafreniere, for whatever reason, got Ryan Strome disease and decided to try and pass it instead of shooting it. I don't know if he still thinks David Quinn is behind the bench or what, but you got to shoot that. You got to shoot that. And Lafreniere did that a couple times tonight, and it was definitely infuriating, where he'll make the extra pass or he'll miss on a pass, and show some confidence. Show why you were the number 1 overall pick. Let's go. It's about time that you do. And then Fox gets denied on a great shot, and he gets his own rebound there, and he misses a wide open net. So if you want to talk Ryan Strome disease again, there you go. You have back-to-back chances where it was infected by Ryan Strome disease. Gunther then goes off for hooking, which, by the way, Gunther for the Coyotes, he's going to be an absolute stud. He looked great tonight for the Coyotes, just to talk about the other side of things for a second there. Excited to see what he has in the future for them. And yeah, he looks absolutely unreal, but that penalty was not great, and it ends up leading to a goal. Beautiful passing sequence here. Panarin gives one in front to Chris Kreider. Kreider with a tip pass over to Zibanejad, who roofs it top shelf on Connor Ingram, makes it a 3-2 game. Beautiful shot there by Zibanejad, and it is Mika October still, right? Unfortunately, that is coming to a close here, but just a beautiful way to close it out there. How about that with the game-winning goal? Love to see that. Igor then had to make a huge stop in the slot. I don't remember who this one was on, but absolutely huge slot because they cut to the corner cam for whatever reason. The ref was right in the way, so we couldn't even see who he made that stop on. Great save, and you had the Ranger fans there with a pretty loud Igor chant. It was a pretty split when it came to the crowd there with the Rangers and the Coyotes fans. Boyd then took a very dumb penalty as he goes off for interference, and Trocheck got a wide open opportunity and he got denied in the slot. But regardless, the Rangers hold on to win this one 3-2. Very happy with the effort, even though I know people are going to look at the score and be like, it's a close game against the Coyotes. How are you happy about this? I thought the Rangers outplayed the Coyotes in every single aspect, except for times where they took their foot off the gas in the second period. But for the most part, I thought they played a great game, and I thought that this was one of their better wins of the season. And Connor Ingram, you just got to tip your cap to him because he played a great game. Simple as that. 12-3 in favor of the Rangers in third period. Shots in the game, 39-20 in favor of the Rangers. Like I said, the shots back up how the Rangers played in this one. 54-46 in favor of the Rangers in the faceoff dot. Rangers went 1 for 3 on the power play as the Coyotes went 1 for 1. Hits 34-27 in favor of the Rangers. 11 block shots for the Rangers, 7 for the Coyotes, and 9 giveaways for the Rangers, 11 for the Coyotes. The Rangers definitely turned the puck over a lot less tonight. There were a couple times where, you know, it wasn't pretty, like when you had Lindgren whiff on that chance to try and knock it out there. You had a couple other turnovers. Panarin gave one in front late in this game, set up a golden opportunity there for the Coyotes. You wanted that 4-point night, but you wouldn't have got a point there for the Coyotes, Panarin, if you didn't realize that. But still very happy with what I saw tonight. In terms of how each line played, the first line was absolutely great tonight. Kakko, Zibanejad, and Kreider. I thought they played a great game. Kreider actually showing up as of lately is making the difference. 5 shots on goal. He ended up getting a point in this one. He has looked a lot better over the past 2 games here. Let's see if he can continue to build on it. I obviously wasn't expecting him to score 50 coming into the year, but if he could get the goal-scoring ability just a tad bit back here, that would make the difference for the Rangers. You're talking a guy that could get you 30 goals, 35 goals. We're in some good shape here. Would like to see a bit of the goal-scoring touch come back, but still a great game from him. Zibanejad, great game as well with a goal. 4 shots on goal as well. I thought he played a great game. 71% in the faceoff dot as well. Love to see that. And he looked pretty dominant pretty much all night. So happy with what I saw from Mika, making some defensive plays too, which is something that goes so underrated with Zibanejad's game. His two-way ability, something that needs to be talked about more, but different discussion there. And then you have Kako, who didn't get a point tonight, but he sure as hell deserved one because he had a couple good shots on goal, and he also looked confident with the puck. And you're starting to see it consistent, and that's something that I think I said it yesterday. When you're seeing this consistency, it's eye-opening, and it's really showing, holy crap, this is why he was drafted second overall, and wow, this is the guy that we expected all along, and wow, this guy actually does have potential, and it would be nice if he could get the points up. But for what we're seeing right now, I love it. The points will come if he continues to play this way. That is for sure. He just is looking better and better, it seems like, as each game goes on, even if he's not getting the points. Second line, Lafreniere, Trocheck, and Panarin. Trocheck, we'll start with him because, man, he couldn't buy a goal tonight. 8 shots on goal for him. Absolutely robbed by Connor Ingram all night. And it's not like he had just shots peppered on net. He was actually getting some quality chances. Went 46% in the faceoff dot. Very uncharacteristic there for him. Didn't get a point tonight. Undeserved there. So great game, though, from Trocheck. And I thought he also made some quality defensive plays as well that went underrated. And we're starting to see why he was signed to that contract also for that two-way ability that he has. And I thought he played a solid game in general. I mean, the entire forward group kind of played a better defensive game, which is what I like to see there. Trocheck, though, certainly had a great game. Panarin, how could you not love him? Happy birthday to Panarin. 3 points on the night for him, and he definitely looked dominant. Was looking great every single shift. Had that one turnover that I didn't like, but outside of that, looked dominant in every single aspect. Could have got 4 points on the night. Great game for Artemi Panarin, and he's looking more and more like the guy that we signed that contract and the guy that we got in that first season with us. That first season, he was just tearing it up, and you're seeing it. You are seeing it, and hopefully this is the 100-point season for Panarin. Let's hope. And then for Lafreniere, like I said, there were times where he was passing up some opportunities to shoot the puck, which I didn't like, and there were times where he was overpassing, which I guess is the same thing. So I don't know why I said that. Not just overpassing, though. There were times where he was just misplaying the puck at certain points. But overall, decent game from him. 1 goal for him on the night. So decent little game for Laffy. Probably the worst of the top 6 tonight, but still decent. And it's weird because he had a goal, but that's just the way it goes. And then for the third line, a little more unnoticeable tonight. It was switched up. You had Gaudreau with Gauthier and VC since Kravtsov was out of the lineup tonight. VC didn't really do too much tonight. I didn't really notice him at all. Didn't do anything positive or negative. Can't say much. Barca Gaudreau had a couple nice defensive plays. 60% in the faceoff dot. Thought he had a solid night. 2 shots on goal. One of them was a pretty decent chance, I think, in the second period where he was walking in on his own there, and he tried to go top shelf there. A little top shelf action from Barca Gaudreau, but he doesn't have that scoring ability, I guess, huh? So, yeah, he didn't end up bearing that opportunity. Gauthier, definitely his worst game of the 3, but he still wasn't bad. He was moving the puck well, and his speed is just absolutely unreal, and it's something that makes a difference in that bottom 6, and I need to see him more. I need to see him more in the bottom 6, and I think he needs to keep playing no matter what. And it's tough because when Hedel and Kravtsov are both healthy, hey, who do you take out of the lineup here? Well, to me, it's Carpenter, but it seems like the coaching staff has something for Carpenter for whatever reason. But can you imagine how deep the lineup becomes all of a sudden if you get Gauthier, Kravtsov, and Hedel as your third line? You have Blais with Gaudreau and VC as your fourth line. Looking a lot better, aren't we? Looking a lot better. So something that is worth keeping an eye on as the team potentially gets healthy. And we might see Hedel as soon as the next game here on, what is it, Tuesday, right? The next game. So we might see it as soon as Tuesday. So we'll have to wait and see there. And then the fourth line, Ryan Reeves definitely made his physical presence known. Same with Sammy Blais. They could bind together for 13 hits on the night. And Sammy Blay, I thought, had a couple good chances as well. Carpenter was probably the worst of that fourth line, 33% of the faceoff die as well. Not going to talk about him. He didn't really do too much. But Ryan Reeves and Sammy Blay, I thought, played a pretty decent game, especially Sammy. I thought he had a couple good chances, and he was also moving the puck pretty well. So just unfortunate that Ryan Reeves and Ryan Carpenter just don't have any scoring ability or speed at all. So thought we saw a pretty good game from them. So that is your forward group. The defensive group, I thought it was interesting that Gallant went back to the original defensive pairs considering how things worked out at the end of last game. But I'm not disappointed, as Lindgren and Fox, I thought, had a decent game. They're probably the worst defensive pair, honestly, which is weird because they were the best last game. But I thought they were the worst defensive pair of the night, but they still weren't awful. Lindgren, couple block shots, and outside of him fanning that chance, I thought he played a little decent. Fox was also missing on the back check on that Bukestad goal, so didn't like seeing that. But Adam Fox, not too awful of a night from him. He was moving the puck well, got a good opportunity, got a good rebound opportunity, just unlucky chances there. The second pair, Miller and Trouba, I thought were pretty good tonight. I thought Trouba was a bit better than what we've seen as of lately. 3 shots on goal, shooting it to the goalie's chest as always. But hey, again, it's improvements from him shooting it wide all of last year. And then he also was blocking some shots, throwing some hits. That hit that he tried on Bukestad didn't connect, but you like to see things like that. Turn the puck over a bit, but not too bad. Keandre Miller had a pretty solid game, had a couple shots on goal, was blocking some shots, and was definitely closing the gaps a good amount of times, and just looked dominant tonight. He was missing on a couple plays. Let's not act like he had a perfect game, but he definitely was one of the better guys tonight. But the best pair tonight was the Jones-Schneider pair, in my opinion. I think Schneider had one of his better games that we've seen in a very long time. Schneider looked great. He was moving the puck well, getting shots on goal, looked confident, and he was also making the defensive plays as well, making a beautiful clear attempt there in the third period to stop the Coyotes on a great chance. Sent the Rangers on a rush as well on a 3-on-2 late in the game. Liked what I saw there. And then Jones too. How about him behind the net on one of the plays? I think it was in the third period. Just flipping the puck to himself, breaking around the defender. I love what I'm seeing from Jones. And man, you can't sit him if he keeps playing this way. Good luck trying to justify putting Hayek back in the lineup if he keeps this up. Love what I saw there. And then Igor Shesterkin, 18 for 20, but man, he had a great game. I'm not going to fault him for the Kraus goal. He was left wide open in the slot. That can't happen. The Bukestad goal shouldn't have happened. Lindgren's got a not fan on that chance there. Overall, defensively, they really helped out Igor tonight, but he still also made a couple big saves, probably like 2 that I noticed. So overall, great game from him. Great game from the Rangers, and hopefully they could build on it. You play the Flyers, who are actually a tough team. A John Tortorella team. You can't count them out. They are a tough team to play against, tough to beat. So going to be interesting. You're now tied there at the top of the Metro with 12 points, 5-3. So you have 1 less win. The tiebreaker goes to Jersey because of your 2 OT losses, but very happy with what I've seen the past 2 games. Let's hope they could build on it, and let's hope that what we saw against San Jose, what we saw against the Islanders, what we saw against the Columbus Blue Jackets, let's hope that those were all outliers, and this is what the team actually is, because if we could continue to see this, that is going to be hockey that I like to watch. Would like for it to be a little stress-free at times, especially when you're playing a team like the Coyotes, but that's besides the point. Let me know your thoughts on this game, though, in the comments section. Would love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, leave a like. You must have if you watched the entire thing. So please leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new. Can't talk. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. We cover them all season long. And turn on your notifications too so you know when I upload next. But I will see you in the next one. Let's go, Rangers.